Now to that breaking news overnight in the NFL. Former Super Bowl winner John Gruden out as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders after racist, homophobic, and misogynistic comments were found in his emails. TJ Holmes is here with more, and TJ, this sent a lot of shockwaves yesterday around the NFL.
It did, Stray, and most of what's in these emails we can't repeat here on the air, and we can't show you. We're talking about slurs directed at the NFL commissioner, slurs in reference to gay players being drafted, pictures of half-naked cheerleaders. We're talking about mocking female referees, mocking players who protest. Yes, all this from a guy who is not just one of the highest paid coaches in the NFL, not just a Super Bowl winning coach, but he has been one of the most influential members of the NFL community for decades.
John Gruden abruptly resigned overnight as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, just hours after a bombshell New York Times report revealed his repeated use of abhorrent language in emails dating back a decade. The New York Times writes that Gruden casually and frequently unleashed misogynistic and homophobic language over several years to denigrate people around the game and to mock some of the league's momentous changes. While working for ESPN, Gruden reportedly called NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell a, quote, clueless anti-football expletive and referred to him using a homophobic slur. One of Gruden's players on the Raiders, Carl Nassib, the first openly gay active player in the NFL.
In the emails, the conversations that evoked these vulgarities were about openly gay players being drafted or playing, about protesting during the anthem, about player safety and concussions, about women referees.
Time out, time out.
In a statement overnight, Gruden said, "I love the Raiders and do not want to be a distraction. Thank you to all the players, coaches, staff, and fans of Raider Nation. I'm sorry, I never meant to hurt anyone." Even before the latest revelations, other Gruden emails were already in the spotlight. The Wall Street Journal reported that he used a racist trope to describe NFL Players Association Executive Director DeMaurice Smith back in 2011. Gruden acknowledged to The Athletic that his language went too far, adding, "I never had a blade of racism in me." He also addressed the comments at a press conference last Sunday following the Raiders' loss to the Chicago Bears.
I'm not a racist. I can't tell you how sick I am. I apologize again to D. Smith, but I feel good about who I am and what I've done my entire life.
Smith later tweeted, "This is not about an email as much as it is about a pervasive belief by some that people who look like me can be treated as less." The New York Times called the emails an unvarnished look into the clubby culture of one NFL circle of peers, where white male decision makers felt comfortable sharing pornographic images, deriding the league policies, and jocularly sharing homophobic language. Gruden, who won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers in 2003, was one of the highest-paid coaches in the NFL, signing a 10-year, $100 million contract with the Raiders in 2018.
Probably that is the end to what at one point was a storied NFL career as a Super Bowl winning coach, a famed Monday Night Football broadcaster, the man that led the Raiders into Las Vegas, a great football career ending in this way.
And to be clear here, this was not one email that included a lot of insults. This was a 7 or 8 year stretch of emails from him. Now, people ask, who in the world was he talking to this comfortably that he would say these things? Well, on these emails, Bruce Allen, who's the former president of the Washington football team, they were being investigated for workplace toxicity by the NFL. Also on the email, the co-founder of Hooters, another executive with a restaurant chain in Tampa, and also an executive that used to run a college bowl game. So they were on the emails. And NFL initiate change, right? The Inspire Change initiative they have. The focus of that is to together create positive change in communities across America. Female referees, the players wearing patches on their helmets, inspire change. All of this is happening out front and behind the scenes. This is not just some guy. This is an influential member of the NFL who is speaking behind the scenes as the antithesis of everything they're trying to put out publicly. That is a problem for the league.
Absolutely. Well said, TJ.
Yeah, appreciate that very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.